Hello, many thanks for joining us on News Hour 2. My name is Sani Abdurrahman. In this package, we'll be telling you the very latest in the world of sports, entertainment. Of course, I started with sports because tonight, the Black Stars of Ghana will face their Nigerian counterpart in a crucial encounter in the 2022 Qatar World Cup qualifier. And my colleague Theophilus Sampa has joined us in the studio to start the bulletin, telling us how the national team is preparing to face their Nigerian counterpart tonight. Theo, how has the Black Stars been preparing for tonight's crucial game?
Well, a lot is happening, and I guess viewers are watching live here on GTV Sports Plus, Obonu TV and Garden City TV. And when it comes to commentary, crystal clear commentary, Unique FM will be giving us crystal clear commentary from the Baba Era Sports Stadium. Kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. but you have to join us because we'll be bringing you all the other matches that will be preceding that 7:30 kickoff. And so stay with GTV Sports Plus and the rest of the channels here at GBC as we bring you everything, the route leading to Qatar 2022, which the Black Stars are eager and are willing to do. So quickly we turn attention to Kumasi because that is where action is taking place, and the Ashanti regional capital Kumasi is basking with excitement ahead of the FIFA World Cup qualifier between the Black Stars and the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Supporters of both teams are confident of a win. Nicholas Oseiwisu has this report. Ghana and Nigeria at any level as always high interest and patronage. The first leg of the Qatar 2022 World Cup playoffs takes place at the Baba Era Sports Stadium tonight at 7:30 p.m. between two arch rivals. GBC News drive-through parts of Kumasi showed little euphoria about the game, but it was a different story at the Baba Era Sports Stadium. Supporters for both national teams were in high spirit, especially with the sales and purchase of paraphernalia amidst the singing of cheer songs popularly called Jama by various fan groups. Some of their leaders, Ahmed Yades and Kingsley Mensah, had this to say.
We are leading Pokemon Tertiary Group from the various universities in Ghana, from all the public universities, all the tertiary. Yes, we come together as one. We call us Pokemon Tertiary. We Ashanti region, Kumasi Ashanti Kotoko. That's why we are here. So we are here to support our team Black Stars. It's not Kotoko's turn. Yeah, we are coming to support our team Black Stars. You know, we are all Ghanaians, so we have to come and support our country.
We are not scoring less than 3 goals because we know for Ghana, Baba Yara is our home. That's the reason why we chose to play it at Baba Yara. And Baba Yara, we don't joke here. So far as we have Pokemon Tertiary, we are not joking. Our group is going to support them. We are going to support them. We are going to give them high morale, the highest morale. Action. That's why they call us action. Pokemon Tertiary. It's all about action.
Other Black Star supporters also shared the expectations.
Oh, so the say inshallah Ghana be 3-0. We will give you a place anymore. Any penny phone or much team no. Any one or two mutia almost about Ghana no. Say mammy, we did it to say
match no be yie pa. Esanse fiti nenra. Said and when nipa esi ewrache so mpese omuhu press ne kekekura no. Ehu se match no Yakopon ya adoma ebeko yie amaye pa.
Since nura echi na me suda say ebe she omotere.
An kika Kumasi for this year Ghana Black Stars no was 3. Esanse match we na ya Santiman Pai boss match no beba ha. Ebebe Kumasi na at long last so nyame adom match na ba. Anso de ba na ye qualification na ye ko. Eti match de kwan bia so ye wini. Said ye na otikoko so kro bia Santi Kotko hene ebeba ha no asa be kasa kire prayers no na more motivation.
Some supporters for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, led by the National Liaison Officer Shola Aguru, was optimistic of a win for Nigeria.
To meet Ghana or to play Ghana is not an easy match in any day or in any time. But we believe Nigeria in any day we are qualified
our match any time.
The encounter is live on GTV, GTV Sports Plus, Ubuntu TV, and Garden City TV. Commentary will also be live on GBC Unique FM and all regional FM stations. We have on the line our Ashanti regional correspondent Nicholas Oseiwisu in the Garden City to share the euphoria surrounding the first leg of the Ghana and Nigeria World Cup playoffs at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Nicholas, good to have you. In about 5 hours, the starting whistle for the Ghana-Nigeria game will sound. What is the atmosphere at the stadium now?
Good afternoon, Theophilus. I would say that I returned from the venue for tonight's match just a moment ago, and the atmosphere is heightening. But for security has been fortified around the stadium. All entries blocked with increased police presence. So only a few or restricted or limited vehicles are given access to the vicinity of the stadium. Apart from that, all other vehicles are turned away or given alternative routes to use. So for security around the stadium and even at the main entrance of the stadium, very high. I would say also that the gates have not yet been opened for supporters to get access to the main stadium for the match. The authorities are waiting for a period of time before they can open the stadium, and the supporters have already begun massing up at the various ticketing centers, waiting for the time for the authorities to open the gate for them to get access to the stadium. For now, the gates are being manned by police officials. And then we also have the sale of paraphernalia also increasing by the minute. Virtually, the place is dominated by paraphernalia of the nation Ghana. Anything relating to Ghana is being sold to members of the public who have also developed enthusiasm and the interest in acquiring or procuring some of these things to also identify with not just Ghana, but the Black Star, the senior national team of the nation, to show their pride in supporting the team tonight. So if you ask me what is happening for now, I would say the atmosphere is charging already. I also saw quite a number of supporter groups also marching up or trooping to they have been given a special entry or gate to go and to enter the stadium. That one has already been opened, so the supporter groups are also entering for now. But apart from that, all other supporters have access to the stadium as of now.
If you look at the size of the Baba Yara Sports Stadium and you look at the number of people who are currently about to queue to enter into the stadium, are you sure before 7:30 we'll have a full house in terms of attendance?
What I may not be able to put a finger to is the fact that, some of the tickets were sold online, the e-ticketing. And so it will be quite difficult to determine how many of the tickets have been sold online. The stadium has an all-seating capacity of 40,500, the biggest in Ghana. The Accra Stadium, we are told, has a capacity of 40,000. The Baba Yara Stadium is 500 more than that of the Accra. So it makes Kumasi the biggest sporting facility in the country. For now, as I just indicated as I left the place a moment ago, if you look at the number of supporters already around and the number of people who are moving towards the entrance or entry points of the stadium, it will be difficult to conclude that the stadium will be filled to capacity. Just as I indicated, I'm relating this to the fact that some people might have already procured their tickets through the internet. And so for such people, it will be difficult for them to, when the match is supposed to kick off at 7:30, and today is also a working day, so people may not be going to the stadium at the moment. So they may be waiting for a specific time, probably after 5 p.m., where we know exactly how things are going to pan out today at the stadium.
And when you watch them during their last training session, what did you pick out from? Do you see hunger on their faces? Did you see a general call that they need to win this game at all cost?
I would say exactly the point you are making. People, the thing, there was restriction as far as the entry to the to have access to the Black Stars and their training concern. Some of the people we even spoke to yesterday were expressing concern that because the people, especially the children, who wanted to have a feel of the Black Stars for a very long time, they have not been in Kumasi because during the qualifiers for the 2014 or after that tournament, there was some mishap and the FDFA decided not to bring the matches here. So for a very long time, the team has not been in Kumasi. So there's that appetite or that enthusiasm of the people to have a first-hand information or feel of the Black Stars. So they are coming here today. Has been a blessing to the people of Kumasi, and so they are eager to see the team, and so people are willing to go to the stadium to catch a glimpse of the team. And now, especially in this high-profile match between Ghana and no mean a country than Nigeria, people are very much eager to go to the stadium to cheer their Black Star on.
Thank you very much, Nicholas. Please keep an eye on whatever will be happening. We will get back to you before kickoff for you to give us further updates on happenings in and around the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Remember, this particular encounter is live here on GTV Sports Plus, Ubuntu TV, and Garden City TV, as well as radio commentary, crystal clear commentary from the Baba Yara Sports Stadium will be coming your way from the Unique FM studios, and it will be shared to all GBC regional FM stations. Let's still stay a bit longer with issues making rounds ahead of the qualifiers, and the Minister for Youth and Sports, Mustafa Yusuf, is encouraging the Black Stars to put up a fighting spirit for the entire duration of the game tonight, where the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Mr. Yusuf, describes the Stars as warriors who must lead the country to the World Cup.
We have 13 million in our beautiful country called Ghana. And this 30 million, the Commander-in-Chief of our Ghana Armed Forces is His Excellency the President of the Republic. The only army that we can use to qualify to World Cup out of the 30 million are you guys. And every action that's happening on the field, every single home in Ghana, the impact is going to be felt. And I can see as I stand here, looking into your faces, Amate, Thomas Partey, Fortao, and my brother, all of you, I can see that there is something, you are hungry to go there. All of you are just yearning. And I have no doubt that you have worked so hard. You have worked so hard. Because this qualification started a long time ago. There are other countries that has fallen. But you have risen, you have raised to the occasion, several occasions when you are most needed. You have delivered. And I have no doubt at all that tomorrow you are going to deliver. I also want to add that our king, Otumfo Osejutu, is behind you. And he said I should tell you that on his land in Kumasi, there is no single day that our blasters has fallen here. And it's not going to start with you. So as you go.
The president of the Ghana Football Association, Keto Kreku, is also challenging the Black Stars to make history tonight by beating their counterparts from Nigeria in the World Cup playoffs. Addressing the players after their final training session on Thursday night, they should have no fear because the nation has got their back.
There's no need for me to talk long because you guys have already spoken by way of your reaction towards the national call. It's a World Cup platform. Guys, let's go and do it. You can see here, you have the entire country behind you. Why must we fear any foe? Why? Look at what is happening. Guys, this is the turf. The turf tomorrow will not be different from what we are standing on today. Let's do it. And we can do it.
Members of Parliament today relaxed the address code with the minimum the Black Star replica jerseys to show support to the senior national team ahead of their clash with Nigeria. The national flag was also displayed on the decks of the leadership of both majority and minority, and their well wishes to the team. The MPs called on the nation to cheer the Stars on to the last whistle.
I wish to make this statement for us to rally support, and we members of parliament rallying behind the Black Stars, the Super Eagles in Kumasi this evening at 7:30 p.m. We wish them well, and we wish that they will make the country Ghana proud. We are very convinced and sure that the qualifier that we seek to Qatar this year, this match will determine that.
The truth of the matter is that matches between Ghana and Nigeria sometimes defy the form guide. It's basically the most determined and the most angry players of the two teams who win this game. Sometimes it's not about the players, it's not about the coach. It's about how angrier that particular country is. Evidence of our past encounters have shown that the team that has much more quality becomes complacent and loses.
This is not a long talk. All we want from the Black Stars is they should go and score. And all we want from Ghanaians is they should support the Black Stars. We will bring back the love for the Black Stars, and we will support them with prayers. We don't want to hear they can play, they are skillful, they are this, they are that. No. All that we want to hear, if they have scored 4-0 against Nigeria, for us to be happy and jubilate, so that those who eat can eat well, those who drink can drink well. This is not a long talk. All we want from the Black Stars is they should go and score. And all we want from Ghanaians is they should support the Black Stars. We will bring back the love for the Black Stars, and we will support them with prayers. We don't want to hear they can play, they can if they are skillful, they are this, they are that. No.
Before checking out from the studio, we'll bring you sight and sounds from the Barbara Sports Field, because the ever-vibrant Tertiary Supporters Union in Ghana, the Porcupine Tertiary, stormed the Barbara Sports Stadium on Thursday night to offer support to the Black Stars. Their chants brought the stadium into a standstill. According to the student, they want to spur the Stars on to shine brighter later today. So, Sani, you can just feel it.
I'm feeling the spirit.
That's what I'm telling you, that these are the things that put fear and panic, shivers down the spine of the Super Eagles. They will not be able to fly. You know, they like soaring, but this is not the time for them to soar, because the stars will shine at them, and so they'll be blinded. They can't see, and that is why victory will be for us. Just stay with GTV, GTV Sports Plus, Obonu TV, Garden City TV. If you don't even want to watch television, listen to crystal clear commentary on GBC Unique FM and all our regional FM stations. And at the end of the 90 minutes, celebrate it because it's going to be a mere formality. The second leg will be a mere formality. The boys will deliver, and they're going to deliver.
I like the energy. Tiflo Sampa, they are sports analyst in the house, and of course you heard him with all the analysis as to how the Black Stars will navigate tonight in that crucial encounter. We go for a break. We return with more news making waves today.
The build-up to Qatar 2022 FIFA World Cup is here. The deciders for the 5 teams to represent Africa comes up between 25th March and 29th March 2022. It's Ghana versus Nigeria, Friday 25th March.
It's finished here in Accra, 2-1 to Ghana.
And the return leg, Nigeria versus Ghana in Abuja on Tuesday 29th March 2022. Oga, it don't set finish. It's clear, it's Ghana for Qatar because no eagle flies above the stars. Catch all 10 playoff matches live on GTV Sports Plus. Remember, no eagle flies above the stars. It's Ghana for glory only on GTV Sports Plus. Qatar, here we come.
This program is proudly sponsored by
betboro.com.gh.
Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
There are strong women whose stories teach us perseverance, logic, decisiveness, and self-confidence. Being strong is not just about physical abilities, but also emotional, intellectual, and mental strength. Women's Voice is a platform to hear and share stories to encourage women and girls. Women are the real architect of society. It is they who provide the foundation of power, grace, wisdom, justice, creativity, and hope. Join us live every Monday at 4 p.m. on GBC News and GTV, Wednesdays live at 4 p.m. on GBC News and a repeat on Saturdays at 4 p.m. on GBC News and Sundays at 3 p.m. also on GBC News. Women's Voice, no one can make you inferior without your consent.
Thank you so much for staying with us. In some more stories making headlines today, President Akufo-Addo is set to deliver the State of the Nation address in Parliament on Wednesday, March 30, 2022. This was announced on the floor of Parliament on Friday by Mr. Frank Arnold-Domprey, the Majority Chief Whip. The President was scheduled to appear before the House. That constitutional obligation was postponed indefinitely. The Majority Chief Whip, presenting the business statement for next week, also disclosed that security ministers will brief members on the security situation in Baku following the renewed tensions there.
Speaker, His Excellency the President of the Republic is scheduled to deliver a message on the state of the nation on Wednesday, 30th March 2022, in accordance with Article 67 of the 1992 Constitution. Speaker, pursuant to the Convention of the House, honourable members are urged to be punctual and accordingly be seated in the chamber latest by 9:15. Speaker, pursuant to your directive on Thursday, 17th March 2022, inviting the Honourable Minister for the Interior, Defence and National Security to apprise the House on the renewed clashes between disputants to the Baku conflict. The Business Committee has accordingly scheduled the affected ministers to attend upon the House on Tuesday, 29th March 2022, to brief honourable members on the matter at the Committee of the Whole. Speaker, briefing by the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. As indicated last week Friday, the Business Committee will, during the course of the week, schedule the Honourable Minister responsible for Lands and Natural Resources to attend upon the House to update the country on the ongoing fight against illegal mining, also known as Galamsey.
Well, the Ghana Private Road Transport Union, GPRTU, says the 15 peso reduction in petrol and diesel was announced by the finance minister is not enough. The Upper East wing of the GPRTU said it will increase transport fares by 15% in the coming weeks if the government fails to honor their demand of removing some taxes on petroleum products. The Senior Regional Industrial Relations Officer of the union, Alhaji Nuhu Muhammad, has been speaking to GBC News' Upper West Regional Correspondent Salah Abdul Wahab in Wa.
The Minister for Finance, Mr. Ken Oforiatta, on Thursday announced measures aimed at addressing the country's economic challenges. Key among the measures was the reduction of fuel by 15 pesos. GPRTU says if by Monday government fails to address their grievances, they will increase transport fares by 15%.
It's woeful inadequate. This was not what the GPRTU was expecting from the finance minister. We asked him to remove some levies that will lead to the reduction of fuel. Especially, there is this stabilization fund, which they said when the World Bank fuel is increasing, they will use that one to cushion us. They haven't done it, and still they are taking the stabilization fund and other levies which are not necessary. So this 15% is disappointing to the GPRTU.
Passengers and business operators say if GPRTU increases transport fares by 15% within 2 months, the situation will become so unbearable.
If they increase fare again, it will affect us in a way because the lorry fare from here to there will increase and the goods we will be bringing to the town here will also increase.
I said, yeah, I said, the only one can say, man, is it a second? They say, you Hunusu. No need to answer about free a bank or Capatuna and Cabibi say, Emma. See, the air won't sit up and say, the Elcono, Patron, one tissue, there won't chase the money in Hundia, Airco.
Some tricycle operators told GBC News that the situation is becoming helpless and hopeless. They therefore called on the government to intervene immediately to save their businesses from collapsing. For GBC News, Salah Abdul Wahab. Wow.
From the Upper West region, let's move to the Upper East region, where traders at the Paga border in the Kasna-Nankana West District are also calling on the government to reopen the land borders. They complain that the closure of the borders is causing a huge dent in their businesses and livelihoods, and also plead for the free flow of goods and services.
Is an entry point for Ghanaians into Burkina Faso at the northeast point. For residents here, life has been in limbo for the past 2 years since the authorities sealed off the border to help prevent the spread of COVID-19. But the measure has also crippled thriving trade and exchanges with neighboring Burkina Faso. The Paga border is noted for its trade in tomatoes, onions and fish, but the closure of the land borders has affected these economic activities. Some residents spoke to GBC News on government's intended opening of the land borders.
We are begging our president, Nana Akufo-Addo, to open the borders fast for us so that we can take care of our children.
We are pleading that the government should also have mercy on us and open a border so that we can also get enough sales, so that the government also get more revenue to develop the country for us.
We cannot live without the other ECOWAS countries because they have foodstuffs. They also have foodstuffs. We exchange each other. We have manufactured goods. We have to send them to other countries.
Some traders have also called on the government to do something about the depreciating local currency and the hikes in fuel prices. They say while government plans to open the borders, it should also put measures in place to cushion their living conditions. activity has taken place between Ghana and Burkina Faso since the closure of the borders. The people have called on the president to support them with soft loans to revive their businesses.
Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta at a news conference in Accra on Thursday mentioned that government has adopted some critical measures to cut down expenditure in order to expand the economy. It targets 3.5 billion Ghana cedi savings to restore economic stability. Panelists on GTV Breakfast shared some thoughts on measures being taken on achieving Ghana's economic objectives.
Discretionary expenditure, I don't know where we got the numbers from. I mean, the finance minister got his numbers from that. He's saving 3.5 billion out of this discretionary, and that it is significant. I see that to be insignificant, very, very insignificant, in a sense that when you put all this together, you get to understand that the intention to spend is still there. Government has not really, come down to the level where I would say they are ready to cut down expenditure. The measures that were put down, about 12 of them, I would say that, yes, if we were to go to IMF, IMF would have put up, these measures. I'm also afraid to look at a commitment to follow through some of these measures.
I tend to side with what Prof said, because if we really want to cut down on expenditure, we could have done better. The other day I was saying that whatever the government flagship programs, planting for food, it's a good idea, but the one that I really don't want government to touch was the free SHS, and I think they said they were not going to do anything. For me, government expenditure, what kind of expenditure does government do for us to accumulate such huge debt? Let's manage our economy well. Let's trade amongst ourselves. Let's not go to sign conventions that will not be beneficiary to our people. Simple.
We have to take a decision, and I think the finance minister did that, on what exactly are we prepared to sacrifice. And so if you remember, in his initial statements, he made a categorical statement that the president is not prepared to sacrifice any of his flagship programs led by the free SHS. And I believe the free SHS and all those flagship programs falls under the second, the discretionary, it falls under it. So it is a decision by government that we will not touch those programs because it affects our people directly. So we'll have to find a way, and we are finding the way of managing our deficits, because if any one of these programs are touched by cutting their budget, which is their lifeline, I can't imagine if we take away free SHS, how we are going to explain to our citizens, our population, and to those students who are also coming up, who are also Ghanaian children, who also deserve the free education. What I believe and I'm advocating for is that perhaps we can look at the wastage in the system where things pass.
Now let's turn our attention to the health sector, because government says it is procuring enough gene expert cartridges to enable the accurate testing and diagnosis of suspected tuberculosis cases. The procurement will be made through government counterpart funding of the Global Fund. As part of this commitment, about 150 district hospitals will also be equipped with digital x-rays and artificial intelligence for diagnosing tuberculosis. These were made known by the Deputy Minister for Health, Mr. Mahama Saini, at the launch of the World TB Day in Accra on Thursday.
In the country, it is reported that over 15,000 diagnosed TB patients die yearly. Government has therefore made it a priority to invest to ensure access to essential TB services, including diagnostic tools for both children and adults. It is also investing in appropriate TB treatment and prevention services to needy people. Again, investing to reduce stigma and discrimination against TB and TB research innovations in TB care.
All close contacts of TB persons and patients and people living with HIV who test negative for TB should be given TB preventive treatment to prevent them from developing TB diseases.
The program's manager for the National TB Control Program, Dr. Yahweh Dusi Poku, said TB is similar to coronavirus.
That's why we are coming with what the strategy called bidirectional testing for COVID-19 and TB. Of the 206 patients that were suspected of having COVID-19, we also tested for tuberculosis. And the results were that 13% of them were TB patients and 9% were COVID.
The WHO country representative for Ghana, Dr. Francis Kasolo, urged stakeholders to work closely with communities to leverage on local knowledge for maximum impact. In September 2018, Ghana joined the United Nations member states to sign on to the UN high-level meeting target. Ghana is expected to identify over 40,000 tuberculosis cases yearly. With access to medication, TB patients can now enjoy free medical care using their NHIS cards. The theme for this year's celebration is Invest to End TB, Save Lives.
We'll take you to the Ashanti region because the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital is undergoing a massive infrastructural expansion and retooling funded with internally generated revenue and support from external partners. While the hospital itself is injecting 30 million Ghana cedi into the project, the Ghana Gas Company is supporting the expansion of its psychiatric units with 2.5 million cedis. Smile Train International, a non-profit entity, has also given a grant of $2 million for the construction of Ghana's first CLIP Center. This came to the fore at a conference to review the hospital's performance in 2021.
The Konfanochi Teaching Hospital is Ghana's second biggest teaching hospital, affiliated to the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. It provides tertiary health care to patients from the Ashanti region and beyond. Over the years, the hospital has performed below public expectation due to factors including inadequate infrastructure and essential equipment. This is what caused the board and management to approve the expansion project. A 4-story National Cleft Care Center under construction is part of the expansion project. The Performance Review Conference brought together major stakeholders of the hospital to evaluate its performance last year compared to the situation in 2020. The chief executives of the Kolebu, Cape Coast, Ho and Tamale teaching hospitals came to deliver solidarity messages and learn from the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital's experience and best practices. The chief executive of the hospital, Dr. Ohinebo Wusudanso, noted that the expansion project would help the facility to do better.
As a ministry, as part of the national health policy, we are working with the other ministries because we realize that most of the inputs we need to do in health will have to be done by actors outside the health sector.
The Director for Policy Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation of the Ministry of Health, Dr. Emmanuel Ankra Odame, emphasized that the need for the country to have a resilient and affordable healthcare system, hospitals, Ministry of Health and other state agencies join hands to plan for the health issues that could emerge as a result of rapid urbanization.
Among the key policy recommendations of the World Health Organization for building resilient healthcare systems are the need for the right investment in health institutions and systems, staff motivation and welfare, creation of enabling environment for research, innovation and learning, and above all, equity.
We cross over to the Kempinski Hotel in Accra, where ECOWAS is meeting over the political crisis in Mali, and we are learning the junta leader, Assimi Goïta, has been invited, and also the bloc is looking at the issue of in the Sahel. We'll bring you live feed from Kempinski Hotel here in Accra.
The ECOWAS anthem, please. Thank you, Excellencies. You may now be seated. Media, you will now be given 1 minute to proceed for establishment shots. State security and protocol, please assist in clearing the central area after 1 minute. State security and protocol, please clear the central area. Media, please clear the central area. Your Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana and Chair of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government. Excellencies, Heads of State and Government of ECOWAS. Your Excellency Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and ECOWAS mediator in Mali. Your Excellency Jean-Claude Cassibrou, President of the ECOWAS Commission. Your Excellency El Gassim Wan, Special Representative of the Secretary General from Mali and Head of MINUSMA. Your Excellency Maman Sambo Sidikou, Special Representative of Misael and Representative of the President of the African Union Commission, His Excellency Moussa Faki. Your Excellency Abdoulaye Diop, President of Ouaméhou UMOA Commission. Mr. James Adji, Senior Political Affairs Officer, Representative of His Excellency Mahamat Saleh Anadif, United Nations Secretary General for West Africa and Sahel UNOWAS. Honorable Ministers, distinguished heads of ECOWAS institutions, Honorable Commissioners of the ECOWAS Commission, Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished invited guests, Excellencies, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. À Kouaba, à Accra, République du Ghana, où se tient ce vendredi 25 mars 2022 la 5e session extraordinaire de la conférence des chefs d'État et de gouvernement de la CEDEAO portant sur la situation politique en République du Mali, en République de Guinée et au Burkina Faso. Il se tient présentement la cérémonie d'ouverture de cette session dont le contenu est le suivant. Une allocution de bienvenue de son Excellence Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, président de la République du Ghana et président en exercice de la conférence des chefs d'État et de gouvernement de la CEDEAO. Suivra une session à huis clos. I now have the honor to invite His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana and Chair of the Authority of Heads of States and Government, for his welcome address. Your Excellency, you may make your welcome address from your seat.
Thank you, Madam. Your Excellencies and members of the Authority of ECOWAS, I want to welcome Your Excellencies back to Accra again to take stock of where we are with our three recalcitrant member states, Mali, Guinea, and Burkina Faso, and take appropriate decisions on the way forward. I want to thank you once again for being able at such short notice to respond to the invitation to this meeting. It was a clear indication of your determination to assume your responsibilities for the security of ECOWAS. I would like us now to go immediately into closed session so that we can proceed with our discussions. I therefore now declare the meeting, this fifth extraordinary meeting of the Authority of ECOWAS Heads of State on the political situations in Mali, Guinea, and Burkina Faso duly opened.
Nous remercions son Excellence Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, président de la République du Ghana et président en exercice de la conférence des chefs d'État et de gouvernement de la CEDEAO, pour son allocution de bienvenue. This puts an end to the opening session of this ceremony of this extraordinary session. The formula for the closed door session will be 1+0. We now request media to exit the hall. State security and protocol, please assist to clear the hall.
Madam, we want the whole hall cleared so that it's only the heads of states and the heads of delegations who are present in the hall, plus the translators. Everybody else should leave us so we can move into closed.
To represent Africa comes up between 25th March. It's Ghana